Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. Hope you're doing well. A CEO of a massive building company has put out a serious warning. The reason why I'm smiling is my dog's coming up to me. She heard the snap. Um, it's important that we understand where we are in this real estate cycle. And I've seen some comments recently from people who are saying, hey, where are we? Okay. It's at capitulation point now where owners have had their properties on the market for so long, they're now finally capitulating to these lower priced offers. Days on market have exploded. And the fact is, prices are coming down. And this story tells it, but you have to understand how bad it's going to get a lot worse, right? Really, regardless what happens with interest, the cost of debt. So let's start here. This story's out of Market Watch. I have two stories, and I want to remind you the tax lien sale is going to end soon. So if you want the links down below, if you want to learn how to make money from tax liens, which I think is incredible. It says here out of Market Watch, home prices are falling, but job security has become a new concern, Lennar says. The home builder stock is sinking as its profitability is being sacrificed through higher incentives and lower prices. Now, there are things that are bad going on right now with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac that are, I've been warning about this for about 8 months, and I said it's all starting to come to light, which it is now. Behind the scenes with hedge funds, private equity, and some family offices, they are imploding. They've been imploding for about a year and a half because homes have not been selling, right? And we're seeing this in the stock price in the nation right now. Here, why don't you go lay down, okay? You're throwing me off. Sometimes you just gotta laugh about in life. And how many people are dog people? Just type 1 if you're a dog person. Type 2 if you're a cat person. I know there are people in here that are cat people too. Or type 3 if you're both. But here's the thing. We want to take advantage of this crash. All right. Prices are starting to come down all around the country. As a matter of fact, some are really bad. Some places of Florida because of the insurance crisis, places like Austin, Texas, stuff like that, right? Really bad. But by and large, home prices are falling all over the nation. I just bought a property for 15% under ask. It had been sitting for a year. And even though I know it's going to go down more than I bought it for, I bought it for a specific reason. Truth is, everybody needs a place to live. We all need a place to live, and you should buy a place. We should have home ownership. It's an incredible freedom that we're given. There are countries around the world that do not enjoy 30-year mortgages, even though I believe mortgages are a death contract, right? You want to get out of them as soon as possible. The ability to be able to get into a home for a 30-year fixed price is a pretty cool thing compared to other countries like Canada, where they're forced to refinance them all the time. You are just wanting loves right now. All right, so let's do this. All right, so I'm going to drive over, same CEO giving this warning. CEO of a $30 billion home company empire sees weaker for longer housing market. It says here, weakness in the housing market isn't going away anytime soon. In fact, it might be exacerbated by broader uncertainty where policy is concerned. Lennar claims there has been no effect on its costs of labor due to tariff and immigration policies, but it is something the home builders keep an eye on. It says here, the CEO just issued a warning that high home prices plus high mortgage rates are killing demand. Mortgage interest rates have remained higher for longer, which has left the overall housing market weaker for longer. Stuart Miller said in the earnings call on Friday, across the housing landscape, actionable demand has slowed materially. Hey, go lay down. Go lay down. You're I love dogs. Seriously. All right. It spooked investors, he said. Lennar shares are down 4% on the news, but as Miller mentions, underlying demand is there, right? People still want homes, but they don't want them at these costs. When you add up all of the costs of insurance, I hate homeowners associations. I just fleed from one. But insurance and taxes and all those things, people are they're done. You've hit that point. Ironically, in 2006, mortgage rates were where they were now, 6.5%, about almost 7%. That's when the market stopped and people stopped buying. Now, there's this long period of time where sellers still feel like they should get for their house what their neighbor got for their house 6 months ago or a year ago, right? Sellers don't understand. Sellers always want the highest price, whereas buyers always want the lowest price. And ironically, those two positions are always flip-flopping. I'll tell you a story. The house that I just bought, I put in this offer and they were so angry with me, so angry that we put in a lowball offer in their opinion. But I just had to tell them, look, I looked at this house a year ago. Nobody's put in an offer. Nobody's coming to put in an offer. It's time to sell your house cheaper. And they were super angry. Well, ironically, my agent knew the owners of the house prior to them buying. And we contact them, say, hey, what would they like to deal with? They go, oh man, they talked us down so much money. And they laughed when they heard what was going on. And they left angry, left the house dirty and all this stuff, just bitter. You're not going to get ahead, going off of feelings when it comes to finances. You get ahead by knowing facts and truth and investing properly. And that's what's really important here. So here you've got this CEO talking about how things aren't good, right? There's all these statistics that'll show that home prices are going up, but those statistics are in the cheapest homes in the nation. Okay, those are always going to be the last to drop because there's more people that will buy them, right? Right now, what you're seeing is the higher end homes are collapsing in price, and that's happening all over the nation. And ironically, homes have gotten so expensive that that's that 750,000 to 1 million price point. Those are just getting shot to crap. Whereas, yeah, sure, you could see $400,000 homes in the Midwest inching up 1% here, 2% there. That's because they're $400,000 homes, right? So who cares if they go up $4,000 or $6,000? Do you think anyone going and using a mortgage to buy one of those really cares about that price increase? No. All they know is they want a house and they're going to dive in. Okay. So these statistics, you have to realize, aren't all that they're cracked up to be. And I think it's really important that people understand that. Now, he goes on to say here, this is a quote from him: consumers have been generally confident that they will remain employed and that their compensation is safe. But more recently, even that safety has been called into question, Miller said, because consumer confidence is tanking. There is less urgency to pull the home buying trigger. So not only do you have all the news stories about Doge and everyone's seen the maps of Washington, D.C. and all the homes that have gone up for sale because a lot of government employees know they're being fired. It's not only that. The economy knows it's going into recession. People get it. Just real quick, yes or no, are we going into a recession? Type it down below. Or are we already there? I think we're already there. But just a quick thing, as you guys are voting right now, you have to realize the entire nation's starting to get it. Even your most, everyone's got one of those dumb friends or family members that just doesn't get anything, right? But by and large, everyone they got that feeling inside, right? Hey, things aren't good. They're not looking good. And so they're going to recess, they're going to regress. And so that's going to tank housing. This is going to be upcoming an amazing opportunity for people. This is why I think the tax liens are an incredible thing. Learn it now because tax liens are exploding and there are so many of them hitting the markets right now, just like they did in 2009, 2010. There's not enough people to buy them. This is the time to be learning this skill and you'll know it forever. And I have a feeling a lot of you will end up doing this for the rest of your life. Like, honestly, once you get it, you get it. You're like, I can make 18%, 24%, 36% of my money in as little as a month if I buy the right tax liens. Yes. Worst case scenario, it takes you a year to 2 years to get that money, but then that's per year. I mean, this is an insane opportunity. And honestly, it's an insane price because I've paid over $2,000, $4,000 for courses, and I made it right now for that course. If you want to upgrade the deeds later, that's cool. Right now, I think it's on sale for $199, $199. You'll make more than that in your first deal. So if you want to learn that, and it's a lot easier than you think, you just need the path to how to register, how to find the auctions, how the auctions work, how the laws work. It's all in the course. I've made it super, super easy. So that's why I called it like the stupid sale. All right. With that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.